Thank you so much for coming along to this virtual open day chat that we're going to have on the MSc in Safety and Risk Management that we offer here at the University of Strathclyde. It's very, very good of you to come along, and thank you also for submitting a lot of questions in advance of this. We've had a look at those questions and we have constructed this presentation to hopefully answer your questions. If we haven't though, and you've still got questions, then there's plenty of time at the end for you to ask questions in the chat and we'll try and answer them. And if beyond that, you still have queries about the course or the university, anything like that, just get in touch with us and we will try our best to answer your queries. So I'm now going to share a presentation with you. So, again, welcome to this presentation. First off, who are we? My name is Murray Stark, and I'm the course director for this Masters in Science in Safety and Risk Management. We'll start off with the University of Strathclyde. So the University of Strathclyde is a major university in Scotland, in the lovely city of Glasgow. We've just received our charter 60 years ago. So this year is the 60th anniversary of being a formal university in the UK. But in fact, we've got a much longer history of that, over 2 centuries, 230 years history. And during that time, for instance, in the 19th century and the first half of the 20th century, the precursor organisation to the University of Strathclyde was a major world-renowned centre for engineering and business, which is how it developed its being. And so currently, we've been a university for 60 years. I've put up a list of 4 awards we've got recently from the UK, which you can see here. So recognising that the University of Strathclyde is a good university by UK standards, but also the bottom one is a European award, indicating that we're still very significant in the world of business on the European and world stage. And of course, our course fits in nicely into that provision. We sit within the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, and in particular in this thing called the Centre for Lifelong Learning. Now, we specialise in delivering courses to people who are not coming straight from school. So this is people coming at all stages of their lives, their careers, to develop new skills, to take them forward in their professions, for example. And within that, we work for the Strathclyde Centre for Occupational Safety and Health. And this grouping has been around for quite some time, and we've been offering the MSc in Safety and Risk Management for over 20 years now. So it's a well-established and significant course in this field. We also offer other shorter courses, for instance, in radiation protection, safety management, safety leadership, and shorter modules on health and safety. They're all available. But the particular focus of today's talk is on this MSc in Safety and Risk Management. So that's what we'll focus on today. The team, the people who, if you join the course, you will be working with includes, currently we have 19 tutors. They're all experienced safety practitioners. Quite a few of them actually are still active in the field. So they do tutoring for this course for some of the time, and they still practice in the profession and the various specialities. Example of the specialities of the people who work here, examples are in the transport sector, and the oil and gas extraction sector, in the construction sector, healthcare, and chemical safety. So we have various people who are good. We've got everybody who's good at all-round health and safety and risk management, but we've got people who are more knowledgeable in particular fields and quite possibly match what you're interested in too. We also have a dedicated administration team, so if you have queries to do with things that are not academic related, they're available to help you, which is excellent. Now, the course itself, this MSc in Safety and Risk Management, First thing to say about how we deliver it is all online, which is very, very important. So there's no need to come or be in Glasgow, except if you want to graduate, in which case you can come along and do that in person at the end of your course. So that means you can study it from anywhere in the world, and lots of our students do. So, for instance, currently about half of our students are from outside the United Kingdom. And just as an example of this, I had the pleasure of working with this student, Galaxy Lam, last year when she was doing her dissertation project, and I was helping her with it. And she was based in Hong Kong, and her full testimonial is available via this QR code if you want to read it. It's on the SCOSH, the Strathclyde Centre for Occupational Safety and Health website, if you want to read the full testimonial of an example of an overseas student working with us. Next thing about this course, again, is very, very important, is it's part-time. Most normal MSCs, if the full-time, take 1 year. This one is part-time, and it is split up over 3 years. And that means, very importantly, is that you can continue working while you're studying. And in fact, virtually all of our students do that. They carry on working almost invariably in a safety practitioner role while studying for this MSc. And that makes this course really quite flexible, because you do not have to take time off work to do this course. And that fits with a lot of people's life plans. The other significant thing about this course, it is accredited by the Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, IOSH, which is a very positive thing, because it helps contribute to what credit you need to become a member of IOSH. So our MSc is split up into 3 levels. First one is a postgraduate certificate in safety and risk management, then a postgraduate diploma in safety and risk management, and finally, if you've completed all of those or equivalent, then you get your MSc in safety and risk management. And each level takes 1 year. Now, there is direct entry into the diploma year, the postgraduate diploma year. That is quite possible, and we do get a good number of students come directly in. So I'll explain the entry criteria after this. There's also a direct entry partway through the diploma year, which we call direct entry. So if you've got really good background qualifications, then you come in and you just do a couple of modules, and then you move on to doing the dissertation project, which is the final year where you do a project that we'll explain in a minute. Year 1 of the course. So this is the postgraduate certificate in safety and risk management. In that, there are 3 modules. They're each worth 20 credits. And they just take you through the skills and the knowledge you need to become a safety practitioner at a good level. Because when you finish that level, you get your postgraduate certificate, and that allows you, is valid as an entry qualification to become a certified member of the Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, CERT IOSH. So that's a very strong positive for this course. The 3 modules that you do start off from quite a level where there's not much assumed knowledge, and we take you up to a reasonable standard. So the first module is on benchmarking safety and risk management. Then we move on to module 2, which is much more detail on assessing hazards and risks. And then in module 3, it's what can you do about minimizing these hazards and risks that you've identified. So this is measures you would put in place to protect people. So optimizing safety and risk management. So that's the postgraduate certificate. Now, when you pass that, you can either leave with a certificate, which is one possibility, or you can move on to do the diploma, which is a higher level qualification. And this is a postgraduate diploma. And in that, there are 4 modules that are given here. The first one is, it's called Methods of Professional Inquiry, but basically it's a research methods module. This allows you to develop the skills to do investigations, to find out new knowledge. So it's the skills essentially to develop the ability to do evidence-based practice. So when you're working as a safety practitioner, this gives you the skill to assess the situation, find out what's going on, and then deliver good health and safety. The next module is psychology of workplace activities. Basically, it's the psychology of risk and safety. And then there's a module on ergonomic factors in the workplace. And finally, there's a module on corporate risk management. And this takes in various things like emergency planning, safety leadership, safety culture, all key things if you want to be working at a higher level as a safety practitioner. And there are 210 and 220 credit modules. And again, all of these are compulsory. Now, when you pass this level, the diploma level, you can either again leave with the diploma, or you can go on and do the final year, which is a dissertation research project. And that, when you pass that, entitles you to get a Master of Science in Safety and Risk Management. And in that, it's just one module, and what you do for that is you write a dissertation, and it's on a topic that is of interest and value to you, and very often your organization. So almost invariably, what people do is they do a project within their own workplace and a topic that's of concern to both you and your business that you're working with. So it's of value both for you for getting your dissertation and hence your MSc, but also quite possibly for your business because it increases your knowledge of that topic. How do we deliver this course? Well, the first thing about it is all online, and it is all, or it's virtually all, this thing called asynchronous, which means that you do not have to turn up at any particular time, which is very important if you're at a very different time zone to what we are in the United Kingdom. So, for instance, when we do give presentations like this one, they're all recorded and then they're put on the university online platform, and you can drop in whenever it's good for you to have a look at them. The teaching materials, the way we do this, the bulk of the material is written documents. So this is documents that are made available to you on our website, and you study them at your own, at the time of your choosing. And there are also some presentations that are recorded. And there are also some discussion forums. So if you want to discuss a particular topic with your colleagues in the course and also with some of the tutors, that's a good place to do this. How do we do assessment for this course? Well, at the postgraduate diploma and certificate level, the most important thing that people ask is, are there exams? And no, there are not exams for this course. The way we do the assessment of this, each module has short activities. So each module is split up into a number of units. It can be about 6 to about 12 units, depending on the size of the module. And most of these units are on a particular topic, and they have a shortish activity that you carry out. Now, these activities, they do not contribute to your end of module score. They're solely there to allow you to develop your skills that you need to pass the module assessment, but also for your professional development, because it allows you to demonstrate skills that are good for you professionally. And to help with that, each student is assigned a tutor who will read the things that you submit and provide feedback and support on how to get better. And when you've done all of those and work your way through all the activities and developing your skills as you go, then you carry out a module assignment, and that is what carries the weight. Each module has got one assignment, and that is what allows you to pass the module. And it's a more substantial piece of work. Again, we try and make it based on what would be real workplace scenarios. And in particular, the sort of problem that you would come across in a workplace, and what would you do to actually deliver a solution, for instance, to management. So a lot of our assignments are effectively reports to management, and because this is a very, very useful skill that you need to develop if you want to go on to a more senior level in the field of health and safety, which is why most people are doing this course. This is just a short example of an activity. So this would be one that's not contributing to the end of module score. It's there to help develop your skills. And in this particular one is this scenario. This is from the year 1. So this is, there's a garage paint shop, and in that they're using lots and lots of paint, which has got lots and lots of solvents, which are possibly toxic and flammable. And the question is, how are you going to deal with those risks? So first of all is how you identify them, and then it's how you manage them, both with management type procedures and then with physical means to try and control the risks. And this is just what it's asking. So, for instance, identify significant physical hazards, significant health hazards, describe management procedures to control these risks, and physical precautions to control these risks. And so this is a typical activity that we've got. Now, in the third year, that's the MSc dissertation year, you do a research project and you write up a dissertation, typically about 12,000 words. So it is a substantial piece of work, and it has to be done at a good academic level. An academic in this context means it is evidence-based. So what you're doing is not merely opinion, but it is based on observable fact, either from your own results or from the previous robust literature on a topic. So which means that when you're putting forward recommendations on your particular topic of interest, hypothetically, the management could have a high degree of confidence that what you're talking about is robust and hence believable and hence worthwhile implementing. So that's the dual purpose of the dissertation that you would do. What we ask you to do by writing this dissertation report, which carries all the marks for this year, is that you demonstrate a good understanding of your chosen safety and risk field, the specific topic that you want to look at. You understand the methods that you've used to collect data, for example, on this topic, and you understand the significance of the findings. And for this, the students are all appointed a personal project supervisor to help them navigate this process of learning how to construct a research project, get ethical approval for it, because you're involving almost invariably participants and we have to look after them, and then to carry out the data collection and then the data analysis and then writing it up. So your supervisor will help do all of that. For all 3 years of the course, how we deliver the material to you is through this thing called a virtual learning environment. And the particular one that Strathclyde uses is called My Place. And I've just cut and pasted 2 pages from this just as examples. The first one here on the left, it's just a page from a site that's available to everybody, just a general course information, things that everybody uses, like using the library, tools on academic writing, for example, are useful. And then on the right-hand side, it's just an example of a My Place webpage for the research project. That's the final year, which it gives various topics of interest and use to students who are studying that year. There is also, so those previous ones were material that's developed by this course. There is also, because we're a big university, there is a lot of resources that are available to you that's been developed and delivered by the university itself, dealing with common problems or common issues that lots of students have. So for instance, in this course, we take in students who have not necessarily got an undergraduate first degree from a university, but we want them to develop the skills necessary to get a postgraduate master's degree. And that means you have to learn to do writing at a certain level to deliver academic prose, essentially. So for instance, to help that, there's courses available to help develop the study of English for academic study. There's various other courses on learning English language to improve your skills. There are entry requirements for English if you're coming in and it's not a native language, but even if you come in with that level, it's always beneficial for you to improve your skills if you can. And then there's other things to do with just more general academic support. For instance, how can you be a more effective student to deliver your course? So there's lots of courses available delivered by the university to help you beyond that, which is just within the MSc itself. Now then, How do you gain entry into these 3 levels of the course? Well, to start off with the lowest level, which is to gain entry into the Safety and Risk Management Postgraduate Certificate level, what we ask for is as a qualification which is equivalent to our level 3 in health and safety. And that is equivalent to a NEBOSH certificate or equivalent. And if you got that, and you've got a university degree already, or you've got relevant workplace experience, then that's the entry qualifications. And like I said, because we do accept people who have not got university degrees, this second route, having relevant workplace experience, so it's relevant to the field of health and safety, and you can demonstrate this by giving us a readable CV, that allows you to gain entry into this postgraduate course with just a equivalent of an NEBOSH certificate level. Now, one of the confusing things about the language is this year that we've got the postgraduate certificate has got the same name ostensibly as a NEBOSH certificate, but in fact it is at a higher level because it's a postgraduate certificate and not effectively an undergraduate certificate, which is what this is. So you get a postgraduate certificate at the end of this year. For the next year, to get direct entry into the diploma, that's the second year of this MSc course, the one route is obviously to complete our first year. So that's the successful completion of the Safety and Risk Management Postgraduate Certificate. Pardon me. Or you demonstrate that you are a certified member of IOSH. Pardon me. Or you can demonstrate that you've got a qualification that would allow you to get certified member of IOSH, even if you haven't got it. If you can demonstrate you could get it, then that would be sufficient to get entry. But because this is a postgraduate diploma, and we're delivering this course to quite a high academic standard because it is a postgraduate course, we also ask that you've got an undergraduate degree. And so this would be an honours at a minimum of a 2-2 level. And if you've got that, and you've got equivalent of Cert IOSH, then you can get direct entry into year 2. And we have a further entry route, which is midway through year 2. We have the entry criteria of you've already got a postgraduate diploma in a safety-related discipline from another institution. That would be a university, and it's at a specific level. That's level 7 by the UK standards, and it is IOSH accredited. And if you've got that and you can demonstrate a good level of relevant experience in the health and safety field, then you can get direct entry midway through year 2. And those are the 3 entry points, either to come in for the certificate level, to come in at the diploma level, or to come in midway through the diploma level. All are possible, and we get lots of students do each of these. The next question that people ask is, what does it cost? And I've just put a summary of the current fees for the next entry, which is for September 2024. And the costs are given here. So if you're from the United Kingdom, for instance, for year 1, it's £4,500. If you're from the rest of the world, it's £5,100. And you can see the costs for the different levels of the course. So for the diploma level, £4,500 and £4,850. For the MSc level, it is £3,550 from the UK and £4,500 from the rest of the world. The MSc by direct entry, that's midway through the diploma year, is slightly more because, again, you're doing half of 1 year and then the full other year for the dissertation level. When do we start? Well, this year, the start of term is on the 16th of September 2024. So we have plenty of time to sort out applications and make sure you've got the relevant evidence to demonstrate that you've got the qualifications and the experience to start at the level that you would like to start at. The first week, from the 16th to the 22nd, is basically an induction week. So it's quite light on activities for this course because we're all online. But the term itself starts proper with the delivery of material, and we start. You start doing activities to demonstrate that you've done various units and modules. It starts on the 23rd of September. So we want you to have signed up well before the 16th of September if you would like to start the course. And the course itself starts properly on the 23rd of September this year. Further information for this course, for the NSC or the postgraduate diploma or the postgraduate certificate, there's a QR code here and a web link here, so you can get more information from those if you wish. For the Strathclyde Centre for Occupational Safety and Health, again, there's a web link here and a QR code for that here if you'd like to see the other activities that we do in this course and a little bit more about the background of who we are. And for the university itself, to get information on where we are, where we came from, where we're going, just the simple website here, www.strath.ac.uk, and the QR code is here, and that will give you good background for the university. So I'd like to thank you. We're hoping that that has answered most of your questions. If you have any questions now, just submit them in the chat and we'll be very happy to try and answer them.